Okay guys, well I think this is actually gonna happen, so it's been some build up, but basically like a couple years ago I think Frank is all on the forum like allies have no chance, allies are mathematically eliminated from a lot of games. It's just a big crying a bunch of bullshit, and then Ed was like, well actually with the new maps it's kind of much more fair. And then it was, you know, a pissing contest between them, and they ended up going into a series where Frank, who normally plays Allied, played Sovs. And Sovs are so easy, you know, anybody can win with them. So, I mean, he may have been practicing, and Ed wasn't playing Allied. Frank's practicing Sovs and stuff. Not winning. Got owned in the series. And then, wait a second here. Anyways, this is series number 2, so it's a rematch. Second, I'm gonna get Mason on the line. Okay, cool. Well, so this is the series. As everybody knows, Frank got demolished by it last time, and I don't think I'm overstating it, especially with all the big talk. So he came out and lost like the first 5 games in a row, and then I kind of felt it was Ed was kind of running the score too high. I think Frank subsequently won a few games, but he's going to have to do way better this time if he wants to make a convincing argument. So, part 2, Frank's going to be playing, Frank is Piners here, Piners, I'm not sure. He's playing as Iraq, and Ed is going to take America Allied again. Joined with Mason, Sikh.
Hey guys.
So let's do this. Alaskan Outback by Martin, Insomniac on the forum. It's a pretty humongous map, so it probably won't be that quick of a game.
Yeah, and the key here is to be expanding your base really quickly.
Do you expand like? Oh, it looks like they're choosing a different one. Is this good?
This one's a good map for ABS.
I'd say this one. Yeah, it's pretty balanced. I don't know. If Soviets clog the center, it can be a bit difficult for Allied, but otherwise it could be a bit of a challenge for Soviet.
Yeah, the first few minutes usually decide the game here. Unless it's really high level play, and then kind of anything can happen with the naval.
So let's see here. Who will be where? I wonder, did they... Oh, they have to play the 4-player version, so they might get top right. But they didn't. So I just scroll over to the Soviet player, who is Frank. And he has the option to build up. So he's got a few different builds that he could execute. Actually looks like he's going for a build that you kind of made popular, Mason.
I did?
Yeah, in your video versus Vinny. If you remember that guy. Vinny 420.
That has to be a really long time ago.
Yeah, that was like 8 years ago. Anyway, previously people had built off this other sort of more forward-facing cliff, but this is actually probably better. And
it depends. If it's 2 versus 2 and left versus right, you want to go straight to the left. Ed went fast AFC.
Yes. And he's got his AFC kind of protected, as you see. It's up on this cliff. You can't access it that easily.
Yeah. See if he gets a plane. There's 2 Rockies. And, oh, Frank's on the Derrick.
And there comes a flak track pretty quick.
Yeah, I don't know how well this will work for Ed. I like getting more miners early on. Otherwise, if you lose a few Rocketeers, you just like automatically lose.
Ed is definitely trying to treat Frank as an inexperienced Soviet.
Yeah, he's really pressing. He's got... Oh, there goes a Rocky, probably. Yeah.
There's one Rocky. But he is running around. The flak track's dead.
Yeah.
Where's the other flak track on?
It's still at bottom. He might lose his war factory here, actually.
Yeah, he's gonna lose a flak track. Pretty likely. Or maybe not.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't lose his MCV, this really isn't that bad.
So what do you think now? Is the Allied player getting good gains, or is it a draw? Or
it's pretty drawy, but we'll see what happens with the paragraph up top as well.
he could pick up a minor, then it would be decent value.
Yeah, see, once he loses his refinery, it puts Frank at a small disadvantage. See, now Ed's eco is really hurt now.
He's got 2 minors, 3 minors.
He's got para that he's not attacking the airport with. And Frank's just got his para at the bottom left.
As a Soviet player, I know you're reeling right now, especially from the right side. You're definitely head spinning a little bit.
Yeah. It's tough to pay attention to well. Ed's not using his... the Connies are going to get this Derek, and that'll kill the...
Refinery, yeah. He could pick up the paradrop if you were aggressive. Like the airport.
Ed needs to use his paradrops, yeah. Oh, he's using it on the Derek now.
And
Top.
Yeah, I see on top right. But Frank is wisely turning back. He can't come up this hill.
No, but losing that Derek really hurts.
For Frank?
Okay. Yeah. Because, I mean, like, keeping that is really nice.
Both of these players lost their expansion. Frank mined some of the gems off of that. But he does have Soviet miners, you know.
Conscripts up top that need to be utilized very quickly.
Yeah, they're going to get no payout if they don't do something.
Yeah, if he can kill that Derek, it really helps a ton.
Doing nothing. Frank is trying to dance, but he's holding his own attention.
Yep, and Ed sees the Connies now, the Rockies.
Frank, ooh.
It was pretty evenish.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit better for
Frank, I think.
Frank has a minor, 2 minors that keep going up to the gems, which is not worth it.
Yeah, he doesn't even know about that.
No, and Ed's got 3 minors. Rocky's coming up top. This could be very damaging if he loses his refinery in the center.
It's true. But he's going for the sentry gun and tipping him off about the Rockies. I didn't like that play.
Yeah, I agree. But it looked like Frank, I've already seen it, so it's not a big deal.
Frank only has 1 flak track. That's not enough.
He'll have a ready flat cannon.
He put one just by the refinery, I think, so he's...
Did he?
Yeah. He just sold it, so it's gone now. But you shouldn't sell it if you only 1 flak track.
And Ed's going for the Derek at the bottom.
I think that's a good target, because it'll waste a flak cannon.
Depends. Just depends. This is a good game so far.
Yeah, both players playing pretty well, or pretty badly.
Ed's got the lab now, though, so...
But Frank is pushing this Desolator. He's killed off all those guards.
It's not so much the Mirage we're scared of. Ed only needs to get a couple Dolphins and an aircraft carrier. And
It's the Navy.
Yep.
Although...
And Rockies are doing damage again.
That 1 flak track's going to go leap.
Attack, I don't know about this.
This is game over for Frank, I think. It's make or break, at least.
It's game over. He's not gonna...
He can't push through here? I don't think so, either.
He really should have...
He no fodder. He needs to get at least something. At 1 deso anyway.
This is awful.
Ed's not handling it too well. Yet.
He's doing it alright. Like, I don't think Frank's gonna be able to come back from this.
I agree.
Well...
Yeah, I mean, Ed's not getting in there. Mix it up. Pretty sloppy, but I think Ed lives.
I mean, Frank's got 8 tanks in his base, so...
He needs to TT them.
Yeah, for sure. And then Ed just got the ACC.
His aircraft carrier's up.
Yeah, aircraft carrier, ACC.
Oh, yeah. In Toronto, that means
Yeah, I should stop using
Fucking
acronyms.
something
So now-
else. All right.
Ooh.
Frank is using his tanks to scout the shore and giving up a miner for nothing.
He's fucked right here. He's got his ref that's dead, and
That's a big ref.
yeah. Like I said earlier, that was a very key location, a very key building. Frank had his 4 flak tracks at the bottom.
I like this prism tank use from Ed. Couple free shots, and it can't kill it. But
This is very close.
yeah, the Ed. Oof.
Oh man.
Frank can win. Frank can win.
Frank can win. I underestimated how many tanks he had in his base, I guess.
I think Ed just did a bad hold.
It certainly could have been better. He should have utilized his GIs a lot
yeah.
more.
You need to make. Frank had no fodder, so. One thing about, I think I'm right about saying this, is allied tanks, they have a short range, so if you want to engage, you really have to get in there.
Yeah, as the allied player.
Yeah, you can't be waiting. You need to mix it up.
Yeah, you really have to. You can kind of keep your distance for a while, and wait for the Soviet player to move in a location that's better, so you can like kind of counter it. But overall, if you're going to engage, you really do have to just kind of get up in there